Welcome to the Traveler's Quest, an online travel quest that aims to educate, empower, and create awareness of the world among us. I'm your host for today, Raksha, and I'm a traveler myself. And I'm inviting some of my dear friends from the travel industry for this fun online travel quiz. So let's start with Raksha. Hi. Uh, Raksha is an avid traveler who also writes about her travel adventures through her travel blog, Solo Passport. She is also a co-founder at Flaunt Our Art, which is an online gallery. Yes, we do share a same name all along with our love for travel. And Raksha is joining us all the way from Sydney. It's 9:30 p.m. there, and it's really nice of you to join us. I'm so excited to have you here, Raksha.
Thank you, Raksha, for inviting me. I'm excited equally.
Okay, going ahead, Deeptarka is in year 2019. He quit his job as a software engineer to travel the world. He spent a year in Latin America exploring places through cultural immersion, learning languages, food, photography, hiking, cycling, and so on. I'm really looking forward to hearing your experience, Deeptarka. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me, Raksha.
Thank you, thank you. And going ahead with Saurav, he's having, I think, a big bit of technical problems with the video. Can you hear me, Saurav?
Yeah, Raksha, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. So Saurav is doing his bit to bring this world closer with Small World, work stays, and cultural immersions, and making this world easier place to understand with impressive infographics. He also runs a WhatsApp newsletter where he shares about his digital nomad lifestyle and remote work, and it's called Workstays Tribe. So wonderful to have you here, Saurav, and thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure to be here. I'm so excited doing this for the first time.
Right. And I'm sure that they're probably gonna tell me that these questions are too simple for them. We'll know soon. Okay, let's move on to the tool and I'll explain the rules there. But before that, do you guys have anything you want to add here?
Pretty much summed it up very well.
No, I'm just looking forward to.
Okay, fine. Let me just share the screen. Can you see it?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So as you can see here, there are different categories and different set of points for each categories. And each point here, you can select the points based on what you like, and each point is associated with a question. If you answer the question right, the points will be added, and if you answer the questions wrong, then the points will be deducted, and that question can be passed on to the next participant. They can either answer the question or they can also pass it forward. And this is not an MCQ format, it's a very simple question answer format. And the idea is that the maximum number of points will win. Unfortunately, this is not like a sponsored video and we don't have budget to give prize to the winners, but maybe in the future we will. So yeah, if you have any questions here, do let me know. And yeah, as you can see here on the right side, you will see different participants here. The points are set to 0 at the moment, and as when you answer the questions, if the answer is right, your points will be added or deducted.
Okay.
Okay.
Any questions, guys? Any doubts here?
No, I'm fine.
Fine.
Okay. And let me just give you a brief on these different categories here. So travel and movies is basically the question is the movie title, and the answer is a country or a place or a location, or something like that. And eminent explorers is like throughout the history, some eminent explorers, we will be that will be the questions, and the answer will be an eminent explorer. And the environment category talks about different issues of the environment, and it could be some things that we are spotlighting here and creating awareness. And the other category is the World Heritage Sites, and these are all UNESCO World Heritage Sites. So the answer is one of the places from the UNESCO World Heritage Sites.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and let me start with Saurav. Saurav, are you ready? Are you excited
All right.
for the quiz?
Sure. Yes. Bring it on.
Okay. So do you like to pick from? Which category and which points?
Hmm. Okay, I'll go with the most basic, as in the travel and movies, and let's start with the 100 points one.
Okay, sure. Saurav, the question is The Grand Dash Hotel, a 2014 comedy drama film written and directed by Wes Anderson.
Uh, okay, and there is no option, right?
No option. So this is actually the title of the movie, The Grand Dash Hotel, and the
Uh,
answer would be a location or a place or a geography, country or continent.
uh, the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Okay, let's see if it is right. It is. You got the
Okay,
points.
right.
Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Raksha, what would you
Yeah.
like to pick?
So I'll go with environment.
Okay,
100.
100. Okay. The question is almost 100% of the electricity consumed in this small country comes from renewable energy. In addition, 9 out of every 10 houses are heated directly with geothermal energy here. Name the country.
Wow. Okay. I do remember reading about it, but I actually don't remember it. So I'll give it a pass.
I mean, if this is your question, you can't give it a pass. You will have to answer it. Otherwise, you lose
Oh,
the
okay.
points.
Okay.
If it is somebody else's, if you are getting it as a pass, then you can pass it on.
Okay.
That's the idea. Yeah.
Almost 100% of the electricity.
Do you want to venture a guess?
Geothermal energy. Maybe Iceland.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Iceland? Iceland, maybe?
Okay, let's see. Yeah, right.
Oh, wow.
You got the points.
Yeah, I
So,
remember reading about it. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, actually, Iceland is a pioneer in geothermal energy for space heating,
Yeah.
especially. And it's home to like over 200 volcanoes and a large number of hot springs, and therefore has an abundant source of hot, easily accessible underground water.
Yeah, I should know this because I went inside a volcano when I was at Iceland.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
fascinating. Oh, you have been to Iceland, right? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I
nice.
have.
Okay. And Deeptarka, it's your chance now. What would you
I will
like?
go with environment 200.
Okay. So the question is, company or organization spends more time and money on marketing themselves as environmentally friendly than on minimizing their environmental impact. What's the term for it?
I don't. Company organizations more time and money on marketing themselves. I understand the question.
So the question is that there are environmental best practices, right? Sustainable practices, but there are companies which spends more time and money on marketing themselves as environmentally friendly than actually being one. Like they're kind of deceptive practices, deceptive, false advertising and stuff like that. And there's a particular term for it.
Okay, exactly for this marketing practice.
Yeah, this marketing
Okay,
practice.
this is a
Yes.
tricky question.
So, to give you an example, I read about it. So, Volkswagen, they had this emission test, and in those emission tests, they kind of they had a device for their emission test, and it showed that it's not as poisonous as it should have been. Like Originally it was like it was not showing the right details and amounts of the emissions. It was kind of saying it's better than what it actually was.
Okay. I think I don't remember the
Okay.
exact term for this.
Okay. Do you want to guess, or you just want?
I don't want to guess some like random term
Okay.
that cannot fit.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you're going to lose the points if you don't know, and it will be passed on because it was your question.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Saurav, do you want to guess?
Okay, I can make a guess. So, what if it's wrong? Then there is
You lose the points.
I lose
Either
the
you
point.
can pass or pass it on to Raksha, and there is not going to be any point change. Or if you answer it wrong, then it will be deducted.
Okay, okay. So,
If you answer it right, of course, you'll get the points.
right. Okay, I think it's greenwashing.
Hmm. What did you say? Sorry, I missed that.
I said it's greenwashing.
Yeah, let's see. That's right. You
Okay,
got the points.
right, all
So
right.
even like bioplastics, right? So a lot of companies say that they're producing that and it has lesser environmental impact, but then it's often debated because there are so many different metrics to consider in this for greenness, like water use, energy use, deforestation, biodegradation. Like even if bioplastics go in a landfill, it's not biodegraded in the right way, and that is again a problem. So, things like this.
That's
Mm-hmm.
interesting to know.
Yeah.
Something new.
Yeah. So, sort of, it's your chance now.
Okay, I'm gonna pick World Heritage Site, 100 points.
100. Okay. Let's go ahead. Located on the Silk Road, the city has long been a center of trade, scholarship, culture, and religion. It's the fifth largest city in Uzbekistan. Name the city.
Okay, uh, okay, fifth largest. Okay, I think it would be Cuba.
It would be? Sorry, your voice is
I,
not that clear.
I said Cuba.
Kiva? Unfortunately, that's the wrong answer.
Okay.
So, Raksha, do you want to venture a guess?
No, I've never been to Uzbekistan, so I'm not.
Okay, Deeptarka?
I guess Samarkand
Uh, Not really.
or Bukhara then.
No, you lost
Oh,
the chance.
okay.
Samarkand is the wrong answer.
Bukhara.
Uh,
Oh,
Bukhara.
oh my
Oh
God.
man.
I thought either Samarkand or Bukhara. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
Bukhara. Have you
Yeah.
been there?
No, I have not been to Uzbekistan.
Okay.
Actually,
Saurav,
it
I
was
think.
a plan to visit Uzbekistan this year for me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. Even I was planning to visit Central Asia this year. Yeah.
I was there last year, and I mean, I knew that Samarkand is big, so it could be either Bukhara or Khiva. So yeah, I
Okay.
mean, I think Bukhara and Khiva are almost same size. Yeah.
Yeah, fifth largest city is Bukhara. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there are like a lot of cities, so it was also kind of difficult for me to make the question because
Right.
there are a lot of these cities and some of them are UNESCO World Heritage Sites too.
Mhm.
So yeah, let's go ahead. It's let me just go ahead. Raksha, it's your chance.
Travel and movies for 200, I think.
Okay. Out of dash. In 20th century colonial Kenya, the Darish Baroness has a passionate love affair with a free-spirited big game hunter.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, it's a movie with that title.
Ah, okay. Out of is the movie name.
Yeah, movie title, yes.
Okay, no idea.
Okay. Okay, let's move on to Diptarka.
Out of Africa.
Let's
It
see.
was that simple. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
yeah. It's apparently a popular movie.
Yeah, it won something like eight or seven Oscars.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Okay.
That's amazing. But I actually missed that. I had to deduct points from you, Diptarka. 100 points for the World Heritage Sites. You said Samarkand instead of Bukhara.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm doing that
okay.
now. Guys, remind me. I might miss
Okay.
this.
I hope at the end I'm not only in minus.
I'm sure you'll be doing better. We'll see. And
Okay. Nobody
yeah.
wants to touch that explorers thing.
I will choose the travel and movies 300.
Okay, let's go ahead with Tarka. Yes. The Dash Phenomena. Documentary film on the education system of this country, which is usually ranked among the best in the world. Any ideas? It's a title, The Dash Phenomena.
I think it's about the Finnish education system, probably.
hmm What do you think the word is? It is a location or a place or geography?
Yeah, I think it's based. Based on some location.
hmm
Uh,
Guess.
the country name, something like modified version of the country name or something like that.
You're almost there, actually.
Uh, it's like the phenomenon or something like that. I don't know. I'm just guessing it.
Which country? I mean, you can just say the.
Finland.
Okay, that's the right answer. The Finland Phenomena. That's the name of the
Yeah.
a documentary film. You're
I
right.
was confused between Finland and Sweden actually. But Sweden is
Yeah.
also very good.
Okay. Yeah, apparently there is a documentary film by this name.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Added points for you, and Saurav, it's your chance.
Alright, I'll go with the Eminent Explorers 100 points.
100, okay. First woman to fly solo across the Atlantic in 1932.
Okay. Hmm. Woman first woman to fly solo. Okay. Uh, uh, I maybe Amelia.
Okay, what's the full name?
Amelia Earhart.
Let's see. That's right.
Okay. That's a bit tough for the 100 marks.
Right. Raksha, it's your chance.
Environment 300, I think.
Okay. An Indian environmentalist from the state of Karnataka has planted over 8,000 trees in 80 years. She's over 100 years old now. Who is she?
Oh my god. I know. I know her name.
Yeah. She's from Karnataka.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know her name. I know definitely about this.
Mm. Yeah, she even won Padma Shri last year.
Correct. Yeah, she did. No, I don't know.
Okay. Diptarka?
No, I don't remember her name.
Yeah.
So passing, don't want to take a chance.
Okay. Saurav, do you want to venture a guess?
Yeah, yeah, I think I know her. It's Salumrada Thimaka.
That's right.
Yeah.
Salu Marada Timmaka. I'll just add points and yeah, so Salu Marada actually means a row of trees in Kannada. So she started to the story is that she did not have children and she started to plant banyan trees, sorry, in lieu of children, and she planted 385 banyan trees along a 4 kilometer stretch of highway in Karnataka, and she won Padma Shri in last year in 2019.
Yeah, I'd read about her. Definitely, I do not remember.
Yeah, I read about it as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
That's
let's.
really awesome. 8,000 trees in 80 years.
Yeah, seriously. And she's over 100 years old now.
That's pretty cool.
Wow. Whose chance is it now? Deep Taka's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
go with World Heritage Site 200.
Okay. This sacred site was one of the greatest Mayan centers of Yucatan Peninsula, which has a 1,000-year history. One of the new seven wonders of the world. Name the location.
I have been there. It's Chichen Itza.
That's right. You get the points. Yeah, it's really fascinating. How was your experience there, Deeptaka?
It's great, but like I have seen like better pyramids in Mexico compared to this.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It's probably because it has more historical importance than many other Mayan pyramids in that region.
Uh-huh.
So it has like there's some special things there. That's why it's more important.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, architecturally or like spectacularly, there are like Palenque, Uxmal. They are like more I mean, beautiful. I have not been to Uxmal, but I have been to Palenque, and it's like
Okay.
looks like completely you're in a Indiana Jones movie. It's like inside a forest. You are
Wow.
going inside the ruins and all. So it was like better for me.
Oh, interesting. Okay, let's move on. Saurav, it's your chance. What would you like to pick?
So I'll pick World Heritage Site 300.
Okay. This archipelago of 19 islands in Ecuador is an immense marine reserve which served as an inspiration for Darwin's theory of evolution.
Galapagos.
Let's see.
That's included.
That's
Damn,
right.
This was
I
easy
was
one.
hoping that he would just pass it on.
Just waiting for to answer. Yeah, like due to like seismic and volcanic activity led to the formation of these islands, and because of extreme isolation, you can see some animals which are like endemic to this region, like this land iguana, like giant tortoise, and different fish types.
Yeah. Last year I was there. I mean, I was not in Galapagos. I was in Ecuador, but like going to Galapagos again is expensive. So I had
Yeah,
to.
super expensive. Yeah, I couldn't go as well.
I could not go there.
Yeah, it's a bucket list item though. Like I would love
Yeah.
to visit there someday. Next, Raksha, it's your chance.
Yeah, I'll go with environment 400
You're sticking with the environment, is it?
because I realized I suck at explorers. I have no idea the name. I'm not going anywhere near it.
Okay. Environment then. To keep up with the widespread bleaching, conservationists engage in a variety of strategies to improve the resilience and restoration of coral reefs. One of the ways is when researchers first grow corals in artificial ocean-based ecosystems, which are then harvested and planted onto existing reefs. What is the process called?
What is the process called?
Yeah.
Keep up with the widespread bleaching, conservationist.
So the idea is that there are like artificial ocean-based ecosystems where they
Yeah.
try to grow corals and then they move it back to the actual corals so that there is more of it.
I know there
And,
is one in Great Barrier Reef which is called as a greenhouse something.
okay, okay,
Yeah. So I don't know what the process is called, but
okay.
that's
Yeah,
the
this. Yeah. That's right. So this is kind of used. This is used to actually propagate and grow coral reefs. It's one of the widespread methods to do that.
can I just say greenhouse effect or whatever?
Mm, no, that's not the right answer. You're
Okay,
going to lose the points.
of course.
Diptarka, it's. Do you want
Um,
to guess?
so this is like the process of
There is a particular term for it for this whole process where they do all this, and there is this artificial ocean-based ecosystems is called something.
okay, I don't know about this but I know like what kind of materials and all are like used to do those things.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know like if any terms or anything. So I
Okay.
think I should better pass.
Okay. Saurav, do you want to guess? Saurav, are you
Yeah. No idea. I'll pass.
okay? So this something called coral
Oh,
nurseries.
oh my God. Yes, I know Coral Nursery. I am actually going to one next week.
Oh wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is one of the coral nurseries, how it looks like. They kind of grow them to the size of a basketball before they're harvested from the nursery to be planted on the seafloor. Eventually, these newly planted corals fuse with the larger corals, and the reef begins to recover within a year. So,
Wow,
yeah, it's quite fascinating, and it's one of the widespread ways of propagating coral reefs like this.
that's really cool.
Yeah, yeah, let us know about your experience. Where
Yeah,
you're planning to
definitely.
go.
I'm going northern part of New South Wales. So
Ah, okay.
yeah, there are quite a few nurseries over there. I just need to know like what kind of nurseries I'm diving in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of
Uh,
places they go ahead, Saurabh.
I was just curious, like which place you said, Raksha?
New South Wales, so Australia.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are like volunteering programs as well, like in different parts of the world, where you can be part of these like coral nurseries and help restore corals and all that.
Yeah, there is
So,
one actually in Pondicherry itself, Raksha. The one that these guys run, Temple Adventures.
oh,
So what they
nice.
do is they actually, so they don't do the corals one, but what they've tried to do is create an artificial reef because there's too much of fishing that's happening in Pondicherry. And what these guys are trying to do is they're building an artificial reef so that the marine life comes back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
so that's
nice.
what they do, and it's a lot of hard work actually. So they take these coconut leaves and all the different things
Oh,
every once in 2 weeks. Like it's a lot of hard work.
oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a very good job
That's,
actually that they're doing.
yeah. Let's move on. It's Diptaka, it's your chance, right?
I will go with World Heritage Sites again.
400?
400.
Fine. Okay. 1992, UNESCO declared this national park as a World Heritage Site in danger due to armed conflict in the region. In 2011, it was reinstated as World Heritage Site after a conservation success story. Located in India and is bounded by the north to the north by the forests of Bhutan. Name the national park. Any idea?
Mm, should be in Assam.
Mm-hmm.
Which one? I think Manas.
Okay. Uh, let's see. It's right. Manas National Park.
Because I was thinking like Manas or Kaziranga, but Kaziranga is
Yeah.
towards the east, so I think it should be Manas.
Yeah, that was a good guess, by the way. Yeah, we actually, me and Raksha, we were part of this Borderland Ambassadors program. So we had gone to Manas National Park as part of it.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, this picture was taken by Jimmy, who was a photographer among us. So, yeah, this is actually, and this national park has incredible biodiversity, and a lot of these species there are endemic to this region, like golden langurs, gangetic dolphins, one-horned rhinoceros, and clouded leopard. Yeah, most of which are critically endangered species as well. Let's move on.
Raksha, you forgot to add the points.
Sorry. I'm sure you'll remind me if I have to add the points. The problem is I have to remember to reduce the points. Okay, let's move on. It's Saurabh. It's whose chances? Saurabh's, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I'll
Saurabh,
go
it's
with
yours.
the um, Eminent Explorer 200.
Okay. First man in space.
Uh, Yuri Gagarin. I think.
Let's see.
Yeah.
That's right. Got it right. Raksha, what
I'll
would you
go
like
with
to go for?
environment 500.
You're not gonna leave environment. So, this oil has been and continues to be a major driver of deforestation. The plantations of trees producing this
Palm oil.
oil are, sorry?
Sorry, you can read the question.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I know
no.
this. The Tim Tams, so there, Tim Tams biscuits, which is famous for Australian, is supposedly
Uh-huh.
that has palm oil, and that's the one which is actually causing deforestation in what's that in Malaysia and
Yeah,
Indonesia.
Indonesia. That's right. You're right.
Finally, at least minus 400 is better than minus 800 or minus 1200 or something.
Even before I finished the question, you answered it. You're so confident with this one.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, so the plantations of trees producing this oil are threatening already endangered species like orangutan and Sumatran rhino. Indonesia and Malaysia accounts for 86% of the global production of this oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
There's a huge
actually,
issue in Sabah.
uh-huh.
So, because that's where all the orangutans are in
Uh,
Malaysia, right? So it's
right,
like,
right.
yeah, it's a very big. There are a lot of protests that happen in Australia as well for
Uh,
that,
okay.
because palm oil is almost used in every single thing that we use.
True, 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 true. Yeah, it's most of the packaged products. It's used in supermarket like pizza, donuts, chocolate, shampoo, deodorants, toothpaste, lipstick. This like it's used almost. It's ubiquitous. It's used almost everywhere.
Yes.
And the problem is that palm oil from forest destruction, right? So that is the problem. Not palm oil in itself, but one which is created by the destruction of forests.
Yeah. Yes.
Good one. Let's go ahead. It's your
Uh,
chance, Taka.
I will go with Eminent Explorers.
Okay. Which one? Points?
Eminent is with 300.
Okay. So this man attempts to hide the Appalachian Trail with his friend Stephen Katz. He doesn't finish the trail but writes a book about his experience that became famous and was adapted into a film in 2015. Name the writer or hiker.
I don't remember it. I will pass. You can
Okay.
deduct the points.
Okay. You're honest. Good. uh, Saurabh, it's your chance. Do you like to take a guess? Saurav, are you there?
Yeah, yeah. Uh, okay. 2015 movie. Uh, 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 mm, okay, no idea actually. I'll give it a pass.
Okay. Raksha?
Me too. Pass.
Okay. So it's Bill Bryson.
Okay.
And the book is Walk in the Woods.
Oh, Walking Woods.
Yeah. It's an autobiographical book written by Bill Bryson on
Actually,
Appalachian
I
Trail.
was like few months back, I was reading about the Appalachian Trail, and
Okay.
that time his name came up, but I didn't remember like his name.
Okay. Yeah, and I think I came across this trail through the book through the movie Wild, where she actually goes through
Ah,
this.
But in the
Yeah.
wild, he goes to Pacific Crest Trail.
I think
I
it was
thought it's Appalachian.
No, no, Pacific Crest. I'm sure about that. It's,
Okay, I'm not. I thought it's Appalachian Trail. Okay. No, I'm not really sure about that, but it was one of these trails, and then I looked it up, and then I found out like so many. They it's like so well arranged, and they have like different stations where they send the products and parcel
yes.
the products and all that.
I
So
mean,
it's
it's a typical thing in hiking in the trails in USA. It's like
yeah. That's where I actually found out. Okay, these things happen. Like in the movie, she does that. Like she, I think, has some issues with her shoes. It got
yes,
gets broken or something, and then she parcels it to one of the stations around. And yeah, it was pretty cool. Very well organized. And if you do it like in one shot, that is called through hike, and one in four finish it. And just to give you an idea, through hiker takes about 5 to 7 months apparently to hike the
wow.
it's
entire
one of
thing.
the most difficult trails in the USA.
Yeah, it is. It's like 3,500 kilometers long.
5 to 7 months. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's a lot of commitment.
Yeah.
And yeah, and you need to prepare for it also, right? Rigorously, physically and mentally. So it is quite challenging.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's move on. Saurav, it's your chance.
Okay, I'll go with the World Heritage. The only
Okay,
one that
500. Situated between the Red Sea and the Dead Sea, this ancient city in Jordan is one of the world's most famous archaeological sites. The giant red mountains and vast mausoleums of a departed race will leave you in wonder. Name the city.
Petra.
That's right.
Yay!
You got it right. Have you been there, Saurabh?
Yeah, I was there long ago, almost 10 years ago.
Oh, wow. That's a long time ago.
Mm.
Yeah. 500. Okay, Raksha, it's your chance.
Travel and movies 400.
Okay. The Dash Limited. A year after their father's funeral, three brothers travel across India by train in an attempt to bond with each other. So, this is the title of the movie, The Dash Limited.
I can see on the face of Diptarka that he knows the answer.
I know he's all
Oh,
happy.
really? He's waiting for his chance.
I don't know. I'll just take a guess. I hope it's not one of those dumb blonde movies. I mean, moments. But then yeah, Indian Express Limited or something. I don't know.
This is actually, no, that's not the right answer. Deeptaka, do you want to?
It's the Darjeeling Limited. It's another movie by Wes Anderson.
Yeah, it's another movie by Wes
Darjeeling
Anderson.
Limited. Okay.
Yeah.
Love the
Why is
music
it
from
called
that
as
movie.
Darjeeling Limited? If it is travel.
Actually, Wes Anderson is actually very much influenced by many Indian movie directors, and Satyajit Ray is one of them. And even he used the portrait of Satyajit Ray in some of the frames in the movie. And since Darjeeling is a part of Bengal, I think maybe that's one of the connections.
Okay. Okay.
So he uses a lot of these place names in his movies, like the Grand Budapest Hotel, Darjeeling Limited,
Maybe I
etc.
should start watching movies.
Yeah. I want to watch this movie. I came across this. I think I was searching for like top 500 or something on IMDb, and I came across this movie.
Wow.
It's
So
a really nice movie.
Yeah.
But they didn't show the Arjuning in the movie. That's the funny part. The Arjuning is not there in the movie.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, points are also added,
Deducted, you mean?
deducted. Yeah. And yeah, it's Diktaka's chance now.
Travel and movies, 500.
Okay. From Dash with Love.
From
It's a,
Russia with Love.
that's right. Two more remaining. And Saurav, it's your chance.
All right, so we'll go with the 400 one.
Okay. She spent over half a century observing the chimpanzees at Gombe Steam National Park, Tanzania, and is known to be the world's foremost expert on chimpanzees. She inspired a cultish obsession with our closest relative in the animal kingdom. Name her.
I think I vaguely remember her name because I listened to her podcast on Tim Ferriss show.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Um, mm, mm, mm. Okay. Dr. Jane Goodall. Oh
That's
yes,
right. It
yes, yes.
wasn't vague after all. You remembered it properly.
No, I mean,
Correct.
I would not have guessed the name if I would not have listened to her on Tim Ferriss show in the last 1 month.
Oh, okay, okay. That's right. And I don't think I added the points for you, right? No. Yes, let's go ahead. Raksha, it's your chance.
Yeah, there's only one left.
You have to go with Eminent Explorers now. So, traveled around 120,000 kilometers, far more than Marco Polo, through regions that today comprise 44 countries. His work offers an unparalleled insight into the 14th century Muslim world and a rare perspective on the medieval empire of Mali.
Okay. So
What is the
the
name?
person who did this.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I
Diptarka?
told you 1200. I came back to minus 12.
Is it Timbuktu?
Sorry?
Timbuktu?
Are you, is that your answer?
Yeah, Timbuktu.
No, it's not. Can you spell it?
Timbaktu.
I think it's the name of a place you're
Okay.
saying. Yeah, but it's not the name of the explorer.
Okay. Just traveled around for. Okay. Ibn Battuta.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Like, that's right, actually. And yeah, let me give you the points. But you did not answer it outright.
Actually, I was like little confused with the name of the place and the.
Ah, okay, okay.
I didn't
Yeah.
read the question properly.
Yeah, yeah. So it is the name of the person, and that is Ibn Battuta. So yeah, he's apparently he traveled more than Marco Polo.
Yes.
They are almost in the same line. Like just after Marco Polo died, he was born. So in the I think in the 14th century or so. And yeah, I came across this mall actually in Dubai, Ibn Battuta Mall, and this had like I did not know that was the name of the explorer back then, and this had like different themes in the mall itself. So apparently, it's the largest theme mall in the world, and it has like themes from that he visited during his time, Ibn Battuta. So
Wow.
there are like themes from Persian courts, India court, and China and Indonesia, Egypt, and all that. So it's pretty cool. And one of this is this one Persian court. It's like mixture of like ancient history and like modern stuff. So it was kind of a interesting juxtaposition of sorts.
Yeah, I think I've been here as well.
Oh yeah, okay.
I've been to this place.
Oh nice. Yeah, and that's it. That ends
It's really
the
cool,
quiz.
Raksha. It's really nice.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Even though I got minus 1200, but still.
Yeah, you're a good sport.
I mean, it was really cool. It was really nice.
Okay, I'm so glad to hear that. I hope you guys all enjoyed this. And as you can see, the winner is Saurav.
Yay!
Saurav, congratulations. And close second, Deeptarka. Good job, good job. And Raksha, thank you, all of you for being here and for being such a good sport. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. It was really nice. Had fun.
Yeah, it was a really good experience.
Please do it more often. Looking forward to see the next one.
I hope somebody goes below 1200, but still, yeah.
Yeah, next time hopefully I'll have some prizes for the winners. So yeah, let's see.
Yes, what's the point of winning it if I don't get anything, right?
Yeah, true. But you will go down in history as the first person who won a prize. I mean, won the Traveler's Quest. You know.
Please Dunzo the trophy.
Right. So, okay. So we have 5 more minutes, and let's just talk about our experiences. You can talk about your experiences, some places that you have visited that you want to talk about, or general travel experiences. So yeah, let's start with Deeptarka. Would you want to talk about?
I mean, what kind of experience do you want me to share? Like, I have different kind of experiences.
Right. You can talk about your last year in Latin America, something that stood out, something which you really enjoyed.
Yeah, I mean, everything. Like, if you're going to a place, like you expect, like you will see all the beautiful places, the historical sites, eat good food and all of the local cuisine. But I would say the best thing that stood out for me was interacting with the local people and like knowing their culture deep inside and experiencing the place as a local. Staying there for a longer duration of time. Those were the things. And also, like I had some very weird kind of experiences. I escaped a mugging in Ecuador.
I actually read about it. Yeah, maybe talk about that. You can talk about some misadventures.
Some of those misadventures, they actually stand out for you, and initially they can scare you out, but later on, it makes you stronger. So, I was when the incident happened, I was attacked by these two guys with a knife, and I eventually I got lucky, and I bit one of them and hit with my elbow, and I ran. So after that, for few weeks, I was in Colombia, and I was scared all the time going out alone. And after a time, I think it felt like it's not that scary anymore, and so that's what happened after that.
Yeah, that's a very scary experience.
And also sleeping in random places in a mule stable while doing the Salcantay trek to Machu Picchu, then sleeping in the tent without any sleeping bag beside Lake Titicaca. Those were the experiences which stood out for me. And also I had met few friends in Patagonia, two German, and they insisted me to go on a trek, and I had kind of good fitness level, but that was really challenging for me. And I was not doing hikes for few months that time, and it was so challenging for me. And I had to do zip line on my own. I never did zip lining before,
Oh,
and
wow.
set it up on my own and cross the river twice.
Shit, that's scary.
So yeah, those are probably the experiences that like stand out.
I wouldn't trust myself to set up the zip line and all that.
Yeah, and like first when I did it, it was super scary. The next time, it was little easier. So like yeah,
Interesting. How's it going now back in the real world?
yeah, it's like it was which eventually little like boring for me, like because I was not able to go out. So like while traveling in Latin America, I met few like bicycle tourers. So there was this like a mother and her son of like 12 years from Mexico, whom I met in Peru. So they were like traveling all the way to Ushuaia in Argentina in bicycle. So that actually gave me some interest to like learn how to ride a bicycle. So like this year, like I learned it, and now like I'm like regularly like riding more than 50 kilometers now, and like I'm taking part in an event which I have to complete like 1,000 kilometers in like 15 days. So today is the 10th day, and I've already completed around 850 kilometers.
Oh, wow. That's
So
amazing.
so
That's
it's
all.
like
Wow.
with my
And
bicycle, I'm able to travel nearby, and I'm actually I mean, knowing the surrounding of Calcutta way more than before. Like, I never knew like there were so many places, so many interesting things to know about the wetlands of Kolkata, which is like some unique biodiversity there. So I go there almost every day now.
oh, that's you're exploring your own backyard now.
Yeah. I mean, you should know after traveling a lot, like
Yeah.
actually there's a very famous quote made by Rabindranath Tagore in Bengali. So I won't be saying that right now. So it shows like you have traveled all the world and like you have not seen the small dewdrop on the grass just beside
Ah,
you. So it's like that. So,
nice.
so I am exploring those things right now.
Nice. And how was your experience? Like, did you learn Spanish before, or did you go there and
Uh,
learn Spanish?
I learned a little bit of Spanish before going, and it was just, I mean, it was not basic, I would say. It was little more than basic, but it was not even conversational. I was not able to speak with people, make conversations. I used to like read things and, okay, this is it, I can understand it. It was like that. But once I was in the real world, then I started to learn. Like in Argentina and Chile, it was little difficult because their Spanish in Argentina, they speak with a lot of this Italian influence in their Spanish
Ah,
and some of like Portuguese and Galician influence. So it's very the pronunciations are very difficult. In Chile, they speak very fast. So once I was in like northern part of Argentina and Chile, things started to become like slower because of I don't know, maybe because it's closer to Peru and Bolivia, and the accent became more neutral. So it was like easier for me to interact with the people, and I like did some hitchhiking with some in some very remote areas in Bolivia, and that actually helped me. And I worked with an NGO in Cusco in Peru, where to like teach kids.
ah,
So that actually probably was the best uh, thing for me to like
learn Spanish.
improve and learn my Spanish. And after that, like I think when I was in like Mexico and Colombia, those places like their Spanish is a little easier to understand, and it helped me a lot. Like and I did a lot of couch surfing. Eventually, like once I entered Ecuador, slowly I was because like a male traveler from India without references on couch surfing, it's very difficult to
Very
get.
right, right.
Very difficult to get. But once you start getting it, it's easy. Then like there will be people asking you. I mean, you can stay here. So it's I did that. Like some people they have not hosted anyone. They told me you can stay at my place, and like one lady from Guanajuato in Mexico, and she was like very keen to know about India and all, and wanted to improve her English. But
Oh, nice.
when she came to know that like I know Spanish, she didn't speak single sentence in English. Like entire conversation for like 4 days or 5 days I stayed there, everything was in Spanish, and probably that was my best couch surfing experience. Like a person without any references, I just went there, and like she rents rooms for like students in the university, so every day when there was some party, like cooking, some dish, local dish, preparing cake, like competition between three groups. So it was super fun experience.
Okay, sounds very interesting. Unfortunately, we are running out of time, so let's move on to Raksha. Do you want to talk something about some misadventures or something that did not go right for you?
That did not go right. So
Yeah.
actually, I was talking to my friend recently about my Norway experience. So I was
Ah,
in Tromsø and I had taken a Northern Lights chasing tour, and I was waiting for the car to come along. But then some van came across, and I just entered the van. So when I entered, I realized they took it off, and then I realized that there were only two guys. So one was the driver, and one was the navigation thing. So, and suddenly, like after we crossed like two or three streets, and it was pitch dark. Tromsø gets really dark. It was winters, and there were hardly any people. So the guy who was at the navigation seat turned to me and he said, "Do you have your passport?" And it was the most freakiest experience I've ever had. Like, I'm like, why do you want my passport? And I imagined every single thing, that I've been kidnapped and I don't know where they're taking me across the border. I had read so many instances and I was like, okay, that's it. My life is gone. But then I started questioning him because of the panic that I had. I said, why am I the only person in the van? Where are other people? How many people are joining and stuff? And he had this puzzled look, saying that what the hell is she talking? Like, I just asked for a passport. So basically what they do in Norway is, if it is raining, so it was constantly raining in Tromsø. So that's another reason why there were no people. So what they
uh-huh.
do is they take you to Finland. And when you
Oh,
go to Finland, you need to have your passport.
right.
The guy did not explain to me. All he said was, "Do you have your passport?" Luckily for me, after all these like too many conversations and stuff, he explained to me saying that you need to have your passport because police they check when you are in Finland because you can easily cross the border. That was the most freakiest incident. Like I was just remembering recently about that, and I've had plenty of it. Like that, I've lost things. I've lost my gold chain. I've lost. I mean, I've got
Wow.
stuck at a bus stop. Like recently, my 6 weeks European trip that I had last year.
Mm-hmm.
I was dropped at Moldova. Moldova is not famous for tourists, and you
Mm-hmm.
hardly find, especially Indian girl, nowhere you'll find. I was
Right.
dropped at 3:30 a.m. at a bus stop, and I
That's
had,
scary.
yeah, they were supposed to drop me at 6 o'clock, but the bus arrived early. 3:30,
Oh.
I was there without knowing the language. My maps were not working. My phone was like frozen. It was raining. It was pitch dark. I had no idea what to do, and luckily there was one boy. I just put all my trust and instinct on that guy and asked him some questions. He knew English, so he told me that there was a hostel which was like 2 kilometers from there, and I wrote the map on a piece of paper and I just followed that. Luckily, I reached the same place.
Yeah, fortunately.
Yeah, so I've
Yeah,
had those experiences.
I have had a similar experience actually in where so I actually missed my bus and I was going to from like I think Poland, yeah, Warsaw. I was going to Barnu, and in between there was a stop of the bus, and later I had to like board another bus, and so in between I stopped at Vilnius, and because of the time difference I missed the bus. I did not realize that until I missed the bus. I was like, okay, I still have time, I still have an hour, and then I realized, okay, I have to consider the time difference now because we are shifting cities. And that was late at night. This was I think about 12 in the night, and I was like, okay, what do I do now? And first thing that you think, I think especially as female travelers, I'm not sure about if this is the case with men as well. Like first thing you consider is your safety, right? Like for me, it was like, okay, I'm in the middle of the mall, so this was a very strange. It was not even a bus station. It was by the side of the mall. So I'm in the mall and it's getting dark and people are going away. There are very few people there, and I'm like worried about my safety. Like what do I do now? And people, there are very few people there, and I was like, okay, what if something happens to me? And then I realized people are just minding their own business. They're not really caring about me. And then I thought, okay, what do I do? And then I found something on Hostel World. I found a hostel. Then I went there with help. I think I took a cab or something. But it was really
Yeah,
very.
it feels scary. Like even I
Yeah.
have actually slept in a bus stop the whole night alone.
Oh my God.
Like yeah,
That's
literally, like yeah, because I've missed the bus.
shit. I don't think I will dare to do that, like sleeping on the bus station. This itself was like such a big thing for me, like because it was unexpected, right? So, and then I had to figure out how to get to the this thing hostel, and I did not have internet, also good internet. So I was like kind of handicapped at the point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's scary actually. This Moldova experience was like super scary for me because my phone, which was working in every European country, stopped working there.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But then these
Yeah,
experiences
but
are
I
awesome
think
now.
it makes for a good story at the
Yeah,
end.
it does. Yeah, but at that point of time, you're like all
Yeah.
freaked out, and especially as you said, it's for girls, it's even more hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you're
Yeah.
traveling solo in an unknown country and it's not famous for tourists.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's when I started questioning, why am I traveling? Why am I doing this to myself? Like torturing myself.
I feel
There
that
are those
with
moments.
diving experience. Every time I go diving, I mean, before diving, when you have to get up and everything, I'm like, do I really need to pay money to come and torture myself like this? But then after diving, I realize why I torture myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Saurav, are you there?
Yeah, yeah. Listening.
Okay.
Lovely stories.
Yeah, I would love to see you on video, but I think there are some technical issues. So, yeah, can you talk about some of your, I'm sure you have had many, maybe some of your misadventures.
Right. So I came up with the timeline of travel pitfalls and misadventures I have had because you know how it happens. Like if you're constantly traveling, everything that can go wrong does go wrong. So
Yeah.
in my case as
Murphy's
well,
Law.
Murphy's Law.
from losing passports to being deported to near-death experiences to every damn thing. I feel like I wore all different kind of hats, and yeah, I mean, there are so many experiences, lots of. I'm just trying to think anything that is left. I mean, just trying to understand what's left and what I need to tick off. But okay,
Okay.
one incident I would like to share with you guys is being mistaken as a terrorist in Xinjiang, which is in west of China. That area is under insurgency. Usually, travelers don't go
Oh,
there. You will find tanks on the streets. You will find snipers everywhere. And China is trying really, really hard to control the situation. It's very different than Tibet because the local people are like they are East. They want to claim it as East Turkestan. They want to claim it as a separate country. So when I was there, it's very common that everywhere you go, you would find that there would be signs that hey, don't wear skull caps, don't have long beards, because these were the way for people to just kind of put people into buckets and
oh,
Chinese
okay.
military they wanted Chinese military they wanted to have full control on who is doing what, etc. So I was. That time I was wandering around China. It was already 2 months, and I was traveling very frugally, so I had like, long beard, and like if you would have looked at me, you would not have felt like I'm a traveler. I look more like a someone who is like I was not in a I would say in best of my looks or shape.
Right.
So I had really long beard. So that time and I was with my wife. So both of us were going around, and I think I got saved just because I was with her. Had I been alone, she would have locked me up. Okay, so
Wow.
what happened was we were in a small village, and we were waiting for our bus to arrive. So bus was late by a couple of hours. I was just wandering around the bus station. So and it's the whole region is very militarized. You will find military everywhere. And what happened was uh, my wife, she was waiting at the bus stop, and I ventured out. I started walking around, and I noticed one of the policeman. He looked at me, and he felt like it looks something suspicious. So he informed the headquarters. Like I found a guy, and it doesn't look like even we need to interrogate him. It doesn't look like he's a traveler, or we need
Right.
to ask him some questions. So and I saw him looking at me with suspicion, and then I looked around, and then I noticed that he has informed everyone. Okay, and then I saw a group of I saw around 10-15 military people rushing towards me. Okay, they were like
Oh, wow.
uh, yeah,
Scary.
That's like,
yeah, they
that's
were
scary.
really happy, and they felt like, oh my god, we got to, maybe he's like a human bomb or something, or he's a terrorist, and we need to
My
catch
God.
him before before he explodes himself. I
Shit.
saw that. I was aware that okay, this area is under insurgency, and such situation can happen, but I was not completely prepared for it. So I also freaked out a bit, and I started running. Okay, so I was running, they were running behind me. I was running towards my wife, and I just wanted to grab her before they shoot at me. So it was quite filmy.
Shit.
So, but then they came over. They saw me. They say that can I have a look at your passport? They saw the passport, and they asked some question, and then it was all fine. Yeah, so
Wow.
nothing more than that. But
Like,
I think it's like if I was alone, definitely they would
Mm.
have interrogated me much more. And yeah, so yes, I would suggest you guys to do check out that region of the world. The whole Xinjiang is very very beautiful. A part of Xinjiang is part of the ancient Silk route.
So,
Urumqi and Kashgar is part of that. So it has a lot to offer, not just the ancient Silk Route, but also you'll find extremely beautiful scenery, uh, like Nalati grasslands is very, very unique. Also, that part of China, because it borders with all the Central Asian countries, the stans, what you would notice is that a lot of Central Asian culture is part of the Chinese territory. So I mean, the borders are it's not like things changes at the border. It's
Right, right. There is a
still
lot of
progress.
influence. Mm.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot to see over there.
yeah. But China
Wow.
looks like a distant dream right now, isn't it?
Uh, so I think yeah. In what sense? In terms of travel restrictions?
Yeah, right now.
Right. I think it's just gonna be a matter of months, and the whole world will resume back to how it
Open up.
was
Yeah.
before. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah. Yeah, the best bet is to kind of travel, inside the country
Yeah,
if
because
it
in
is possible.
Australia they're saying for international borders to open, we're not even sure it'll open early next year. It
Mm.
could take
Yeah.
till October. There are rumors that it can be till October.
Yeah.
So what's happening
Nothing
is
is
a lot of
certain
small,
at this point.
right. But at the same time, see what's happening is that a lot of small island nations they are coming up with great offers to bring in people like us. You know, they want knowledge workers, they want remote travelers, remote workers, they want digital nomads to come and spend months and months. So, for example, Barbados, they came up with a new travel visa, and many such island nations will come up with attractive offers. So yeah, because they depend on tourism. Um, yeah,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it went long overboard. It's like 1 hour, 10 minutes now. Thank you, guys. Let's wind this up.
Yep.
And thank you all for joining. Thank you for sharing your experiences and being a part of this. Thank you, everyone. It's been really special, and maybe I'll invite you later at some point. So, yeah, have a nice evening. And yeah, it's almost, I think, nighttime there. Probably will go to sleep, Raksha.
Yeah, I
So, yeah,
think. Thank you so much, Raksha, for inviting us. It was really nice. And as you
I'm
said,
glad.
we made history. We are on the first episode.
Yeah, you're making history being here.
That's true. Cool.
Okay, then
Okay.
yeah.
bye. Bye,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank
Bye
you,
bye.
Raksha.
Thank you.
See you
A
guys.
great
Bye.
Bye.
time to talk to you.
See
Please
ya.
don't go it. Thank you, guys.
Sure.
See ya.
Bye.